essential to Africa's development. The federal government has urged helicopter companies operating into aerodrome, helipads and other platforms to comply with the payment of landing levy to the concessionaire mandated to carry out the assignment because it is in line with international best practices. Spokesman of the Ministry of Aviation and Aerospace Development in charge of Press and Public Affairs, Rutayo Oluseyi, said the government recognizes the importance of chopper operations as it continues to restate commitment to best practices. According to him, the concessionaire Navy Dynamic Concepts Limited is working with the Nigeria Airspace Management Agency (NAMA) to achieve the task of seamless collection of the landing levy. Helicopter landing levies, he said, are commonplace in countries such as the United States, the United Kingdom, India, and other regions worldwide. Meanwhile, the federal government yesterday hinted that formulation of an innovative wage system that would be based on employees' productivity in the civil service was underway. Director General of the National Productivity Center (NPC), Dr. Nasir Raji Mustafa, dropped the hint in Abuja while enlightening Nigerians on what the agency stood for and its mandate. The DG explained that with the system, workers on the same level could earn different salaries, adding that the decision was being taken because it realized that productivity was a key factor in the growth of the country's economy. Fielding questions on whether the proposal had the support and input of organized labor, he said such a policy couldn't be carried out without the input of organized labor. The Independent National Electoral Commission (INEC) says it would soon resume the continuous voter registration exercise in Edo and Ondo states to allow eligible voters participate in the elections ahead of the September and November governorship elections in both states. INEC Chairman Professor Mahmood Yakubu disclosed this in Abuja yesterday at the second regular quarterly consultative meeting with political parties. He said the commission has published a final list of candidates for the Edo State governorship election following the conclusion of party primaries and the end of the period for withdrawal and substitution of candidates as provided in the timetable and schedule of activities for the election. According to him, campaigns in public by political parties commence on Wednesday, April 24, 2024 and will end at midnight on Thursday, September 19, 2024, that is 24 hours before the date fixed for the election as provided by law. The government of Taiwan yesterday charged the federal government to make efforts to bring back home all its talented people around the globe to become one of the top trading economies of the world. The chief of mission of Taiwan government in Nigeria, Andy Liu, who gave the advice at Taiwan Business Forum 2024 in Lagos yesterday, said that such a policy was what helped his country. Liu, who noted that Nigerians were highly talented in all spheres of life but scattered all over the world, said Nigerians should be very proud of themselves because they are one of the most creative, the most practical, and the most dynamic people in the world. Speaking on how Taiwan became one of the top trading models in the world, Liu said his country placed emphasis on education and had attracted all their talents back home. Youth Development Minister Jamila Bio Ibrahim says the National Youth Service Corps (NYSC) is to be restructured to meet the demands of the future. The minister said a team to undertake the review, restructuring and reforms of the NYSC would be inaugurated soon. Bio Ibrahim announced this yesterday in Abuja at the opening ceremony of the maiden meeting of NYSC management with heads of corps producing institutions in Nigeria. The minister also announced that over 5,000 corps members would have their entrepreneurial ventures funded with about 10 million naira. The Director General of the NYSC, Brigadier General Yushau Dogara Ahmed, said the meeting was aimed at enhancing the mobilization of prospective corps members. You're listening to Global News at noon on Memories 96.5 FM. We'll bring you more reports after the break. Do stay with us. Welcome back and thank you for staying tuned to Global News on Memories 96.5 FM. And now to the rest of the news on the foreign scene. Legendary American singer Stevie Wonder has been granted a Ghanaian citizenship in a brief ceremony held in the West African country's presidential residence. President Nana Akufo-Addo presented a citizenship certificate and Ghanaian passport to Wonder yesterday after the singer took an oath. The elated musician, whose real name is Stephen Hardaway Morris, said on his decision to become a Ghanaian that he felt Ghana and that his civilization was there. Wonder has been vocal about his love for Ghana, telling TV host Oprah Winfrey in 2021 that he wanted to permanently relocate to the West African country. He cited racial tensions in the United States and the need to create a better future for his descendants, and it is still unclear if Wonder, who now holds both Ghanaian and United States citizenships, will move to Ghana. And still on the foreign scene, United States Secretary of State Antony Blinken is in Ukraine as weapons from a new American aid package begin arriving at the front line. The visit comes as the country struggles to hold back a major Russian incursion near its second biggest city of Kharkiv. The cross-border offensive in the Kharkiv region is one of the most significant Russian ground attacks since the start of the war. Speaking to newsmen, United Kingdom Defense Secretary Grant Shapps said he thinks the war took its eye off the ball regarding Ukraine's need for arms. Secretary of State Blinken, whose arrival in Kyiv by sleeper train marks 3 weeks since the US Congress finally agreed a new $61 billion aid package for Ukraine, is expected to meet President Volodymyr Zelensky and other officials. And now to the exciting world of sports. John Duran came off the bench to score twice and earn Aston Villa a 3-3 draw with Liverpool that all but ensures they will play Champions League football next season. Emiliano Martinez's early own goal was the worst possible start for Villa, but they equalized through Yuri Tielemans, only for Cody Gakpo to restore Liverpool's advantage midway through the first half. Jarrell Kwanzaa added a third goal early in the second half for Liverpool, which came after Diego Carlos produced an extraordinary miss from near the goal line that would have leveled it, while Ollie Watkins also had one goal disallowed for offside, but Duran's spectacular intervention turned the tide late on to salvage a point for Unai Emery's side. The comeback means that anything less than victory for Tottenham at home to Manchester City later tonight would mean Villa are certain of 4th position. And that's it on Global News and Memories 96.5 FM. But before we go, let's take another look at the top stories. In the news, you heard that President Bola Tinubu has promised to continue working towards ending gender-based violence and increase learning opportunities for girls in safe and favorable environments. We also told you that the federal government has urged helicopter companies to comply with the payment of landing levy to the concessionaire mandated to carry out the assignment. We also reported that Youth Development Minister Jamila Bio Ibrahim says the National Youth Service Corps (NYSC) is to be restructured to meet the demands of the future. And from the foreign scene, we told you that United States Secretary of State Antony Blinken is in Ukraine as weapons from a new American aid package begin arriving at the front line. And in sports, you heard that John Duran came off the bench to score twice and earn Aston Villa a 3-all draw with Liverpool that all but ensures they will play Champions League football next season. And that's the size of our news package this afternoon, as edited by Afonisa Abasi Johnson and assisted by the production team. For views and comments regarding our news or coverage of your newsworthy events, you can reach us on email newsroom@memoriesmediang.com or call our Newsroom hotline on 0909 000 0581. You can also follow us on Facebook and Instagram at Memories965FM. And now let's take you down memory lane. On this day in 1984, American computer programmer Mark Zuckerberg, who co-founded the social networking website Facebook, was born. That's the news. Thank you so much for listening. My name is NYAKNNO Albert. Good afternoon.